This is exactly how to build around CeeDee Lamb in fantasy football. Lamb finished as the wide receiver 1 last season, and although nobody has repeated as the wide receiver 1 since Antonio Brown in 2016 and 2017 seasons, he could be the first to do it. And Sleeper obviously has a cool feature where you can look at all players' game logs from last year, snap share, how many fantasy points they scored on a week-to-week basis, and their finish position, whether it was wide receiver 10, 2, 4, 2. CeeDee had an excellent year. It doesn't really matter if you go wide receiver RB with the next round, right? Because you already have an elite wide receiver, and there's some running back depth in rounds 4 through 7, right? So Travis Etienne's an option if he's there, because you get a good RB1. Same thing with Derrick Henry, but Derrick Henry falls a few picks later probably as well. So you should wait, see if you can get Derrick Henry a few picks later and get Drake London, Brandon Ayuk, Nico Collins, Mike Evans, preferably Drake London, Chris Olave, or Brandon Ayuk. One of those three should be available with that second round pick. But if you do go Travis Etienne there, you could go Michael Pittman as your number 2 wide receiver to CeeDee Lamb. Now, Pittman was excellent with Anthony Richardson last season and could have his best season of his career. I think he's kind of a sleeper in the 30s for sure in round 3. In round 4, it's going to be about which elite wide receiver drops to you. In this case, Cooper Kupp in this mock draft did, and he should be available with that pick if you're picking at pick 2 or 3, should be available at round 4. That's a steal. This is a guy who had one of the best fantasy seasons ever just a few years ago. I know Puka Nacua was there, but he's still going to get his share of targets. In round 5, I do like getting a tight end, whether that's Dalton Kincaid or Kyle Pitts. And in round 6, there's a good crop of running backs and receivers. I wouldn't call it a reach, but Zamir White should be available there. He might not be available if you wait till round 7, but that's probably a good pick to take at round 7. In the wide receiver position, you can get another elite guy like Christian Kirk or Rome Odunze. I think Rome Odunze is going to be excellent his rookie year. I don't care that Keenan Allen and DJ Moore are there. And like I just mentioned, the number 1 guy I'm looking at in round 7 is Zamir White until his ADP changes. You could go Nick Chubb. I think his ADP will rise as he gets healthier, although it's a little bit of a risk because he's coming off of an ACL. I know he's squatting all that weight, but he's still coming off of an ACL. Or you could go quarterback Dak Prescott and stack him with CeeDee Lamb here. Keon Coleman is a guy that I really like later on. You want to get depth and upside the rest of the way. He's a guy that is going to have a substantial role in the Bills' offense. Josh Allen single-handedly picked him to be the draft pick. He's going to be the wide receiver 1 or 2 almost right away, right? The rest of the way as well. Tyjae Spears is a running back I like. I think he starts over Tony Pollard. Chase Brown's another guy that could be in the mix with Zach Moss. There are other guys to look at. I also like Troy Franklin, Xavier Legette, Jacoby Myers, Josh Palmer at the wide receiver position, and Marshawn Lloyd at the running back position. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you follow for more fantasy football content. My draft guide is the first link in my bio. And also make sure you check out Autograph. Use code Deutsch also in the link in my bio.